Hello, greetings. Good morning, and welcome to another Tuesday. By my time, this is about 16 minutes past 7 a.m. And this is the 25th of April, 2023. So, welcome to my broadcast. I am one of the many voices within our Simply Brilliant community. And as my manner has always been, today I'm here to share with us the summary of yesterday's mass adoption meeting. So, without further ado, let me share my screen and let us begin. I would first of all want to begin by sharing our Joy G. Um, our Joy G has been able to get to a milestone. Yeah, we've been able to get to a milestone. And yesterday, we were able to hit a target of 4,040. That's a new all time high of 4,040. So, yesterday was a remarkable day because the administration did something that went well and that the entire community embraced in good faith. So, everybody had to do what they had to do to remain active in the community. So, this was what drove the price of Joy G to this price. So in this meeting, we are going to tend to, dissect every section of what was addressed in yesterday's mass adoption meeting. So from this chart, we found out that it got to about, it got to 4,000 something. If you look at the week, you find out that it went a bit higher, you know. Now, sometime early this morning, of course, there can only be one person that would have tanked the price to this level. And of course, it's going to recover very soon. So, this is an encouraging thing for us because the administration is trying to unify humanity and he has to build systems that will work for all of us. He's building systems that work for us collectively, in our different categories. What will benefit founders will be slightly different from what will benefit the billionaires and would also be different from what will benefit the millionaires. But all of us are going to benefit in one category at a time. So this also shows that the community is doing a good job, you know. And I'm impressed. If you ask me, I'm impressed. And this would mean a lot. But before I begin, let me share my screen again so that we can see what to expect. Share my screen again. And I would now go to the blog. So this is the blog. And this was what the administration put yesterday. Now, this was what the mass adoption meeting bothered about. Second chance offer extended until April 30th, 2023. And then also, the 1,000 coin offer will end without extensions. So it has 5 days to go. And this particular article has already been, talked about. In my previous video, I took my time to talk about it. But there is something the administration also wanted us to know. And what is that? He wants us to know that we need to be united, more united than ever before. That's what the administration says. And I want to see if I can get the BSC scan version of this. He wants us to be more united than ever before. Now, the reason why he wants us to be more united than ever before is simple. Because the intent of the price of Joy G getting to what it is now is such that it should not drop below expected. And he also wants to make sure that this 1,000 promo is maximized. People should go out there and bring in members into the community, members that are willing to stay. Because come to think about it, there is nobody that is going to help us in this community. We are the ones to build this community ourselves. And the price of Joy G getting to 4,000 plus means a whole lot of things. The administration made a promise that before the end of this year, or sorry, before the end of this month, everybody would get their bounty. And beginning from today, going forward, people will begin to see their bounties inside of their MetaMask. Beginning from today, we have a few days to the end of the month. So before the end of the month, everybody will get their bounty. So everyone should calm down and be patient with their administrations as things unfold. Now, the price of Joy G getting to 4,000 also means that it wouldn't be so long from now, individuals will start getting their buybacks. But there was a criteria that the administration gave. That criteria has to do with building. You know, previously he said when the price of Joy G gets to 4,000, that he would release the bounty. He said he's going to release a whole lot, beginning from the bounty and then go to the buybacks and then the withdrawals. That was the recent information he had. But now it's been modified. Now, why is it modified? I'm going to tell you why. Because some people will say that, oh no, the administration has shifted the goalpost again. No, the administration has not shifted the goalpost. He is building a system that will be beneficial to the entire community at the long run. That's what he's doing. And it is now boiling down to the concept of building. That's what it's boiling down to. It's boiling down to the concept of building. So I'm going to do another calculation again today. And on that calculation, we're going to sum up the core team, the backup team, and the rotator team. The core team as at now is 11,917, which comprises of the members that were in the core team before and the new members, sorry, members that are in the core team or were in the core team and those that fell off. And then they are now back to the core team, to their previous positions. And then they are given an opportunity to renew their subscription, which a good number of people are taking advantage of. So when you sum up these people, it's going to be 11,917 plus the rotator team, sorry, the backup team. The backup team is, let's see, backup team is 5,083. So I put 5,083. I'm summing it up. Now the rotator team for 22, because 22 are those that received theirs by June, which is about 34,401. That's 34,401. Now, when you sum it up, it sums up to about 51,401. That's what it is. Now, previously, the administration said once it gets to 4,000, he releases the bounties, which will begin this week and until the end of the month. And then secondly, the buybacks. And there will be a little of lag for people getting their buybacks. And the simple reason is because the administration said that the number of people who are coming into the community should be more than the number of people that are making withdrawals. Now, there was this slogan that he made use of, which I would like to also share with us. And that slogan, people asked questions in yesterday's mass adoption meeting. So each person who comes in would be made to say that millions of dollars of leverage happens when large groups of people pay and smaller groups of people withdraw. Now, that was our content for everything that anybody that comes into the community. You must recite that simple statement. Millions of dollars of leverage happens when larger group of people pay and a smaller group of people withdraw. And everybody took note of it and everybody kept saying it. So what does that simply imply? It simply means that this number of people, core team, backup team, and rotator team, which are 51,401, builders must have to build until the number of people that will exist on the rotator 23, which is for this year, and then will get their reward next year, should be more than 51,401. And as at now I speak to you, those on the rotator 23 are about Wow. Let me see. Okay, this is the rotator 23. There are roughly 1,111 as at now I speak to you. And there is every tendency that the people that are in this team are still called, still those who are active and those who are inactive. I'm not too sure. But then the point I'm driving at is that those that are on the rotator 23 should be more than 51,401. So it now means that the builders has to go out there and build the community. And the administration said that we shouldn't expect much until the input is 5 times, at least twice the output. The input should be more than the output. What does that mean? It means those who are paying their subscription fee should be more than those who are withdrawing. So now let's quickly go to the Kismet Love and the BSC blockchain and check it out. So under the BSC blockchain, now this is the BSC blockchain, and admin was very, 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 very deliberate to come here yesterday. Now he said something. He said that the strength of the oppressors is weighing down on the community. He says the strength of the oppressors are weighing down on the community. Those of you who follow my broadcasts, you will remember that I come here to talk about this particular BSC because this BSC chart gives what you call volumes of information as to what is happening in the system. And admin was also clear to talk about this, which is the coin that will be distributed to members in the community. And then this is Kismet Love. Now this is the one that will be stored up for us to benefit from. That's the core team, the backup team, and then over time the rotator team will also be included. This is the admin wallet, which I've always been saying, and which we're already aware of. Now, the price of this went down drastically yesterday, and then we went to 4,000 plus. And I'm optimistic that we are going to move much higher than 4,000. We are going to get to 4,500. Yes, we are going to move to 5,000, not so far from now. In a few months from now, all these things will happen because of our massive growth that will be coming into the community shortly. So this admin says, I don't know this guy. That was the word he used. And the guy has been good. He has been good enough not to sell. And I do appreciate the fact that he's hodling. He stands to benefit much more in the future. So this is our extension of the admin wallet or the support wallet that they are using to distribute coins to us. So these are the ones that he talked about. And then the bulk of the people in the community, 1, 2, 3, and 4, they are no more threats to us because they don't have much. And if they've held on for this long, I also hope they hold on for a while longer, because the more you hold, the richer you become. Yeah, this was like the times of old where saving was profitable because inflation wasn't that high. But as at now, you can't save your way going forward because you compare the inflation rate versus how much you are saving, you are losing money instead of gaining money. But in this system now that has been set up by the administration, which is rapid price recovery, you are not losing money, you are gaining money. As long as people come into the community and embrace this opportunity, your Joy G will keep going up. It doesn't matter if the administration tanks the price. If it tanks the price and they recover, it recovers, it will keep going up and it will exceed the previous all-time high and it will just keep going up. The way this Joy G is designed is to never stop going down. It only keeps going up. There is a time it will get to, the number of people coming into the community will overwhelm the administration and he may be forced to tank it very well. And even if he does it, it will recover so fast that his tanking it will not be enough to slow us down. For instance, the price of Joy G now is about 3,400. Now, when the community begins to build its momentum, you'll find out that it moves from 3,400 to 3,700 and then 4,000 and then 4,500 and then 5,000 and then 5,500 and then 6,000 and then 6,006. Then admin will now tank it. He may tank it so much to about 4,100. And in another 3-4 hours, it moves and then exceeds 6,500 and moves on to 7,000. Why? because the number of people out there who are builders are bringing people to the community, and it's moving so fast. When it gets to that point, then expect everything you always wanted from the administration. I hope you understood the information I just passed on. Admin is looking for fast growth. That's the bottom line of what I'm trying to say. Admin is looking for fast growth. And if we are not able to build fast growth, we would get our results, but it will take a while. It will take a longer time. Yes, some people came in the mass adoption meeting, and they asked admin, how about our exchange? And the administration said, well, the exchange will come up when it will come up. He also said that enough of this exchange matter, enough of all these informations that pertains to the old, that as at now, what we have to do is teach people to grow and duplicate. He says two major things are prevalent now. One, the match offer. So everybody that he comes into the community should know that he has to stay consistent for 1 year to receive an equal match, and then he should be able to make use of it based on the withdrawal as at whenever he will get it 1 year later, and should remain committed to this course, and not fall out. Now, this emphasis of not falling out should be emphasized, re-emphasized, and re-emphasized again and again and again. Because the problem we are having is we are not telling them what they should do. And then at some point, their account will expire, and then they will start again. And you wouldn't tell them the consequences of their account expiring. You just let them be, and you may just renew their account. You are extending their journey by another 1 year, which is not fair, at all. So the purpose of what admin said yesterday is for us to be deliberate. Don't expect it to come on a platter of gold. Don't expect that we grow our community, boom, all of a sudden, and then boom, we are moving. No, this is a new idea, and it takes a while for people to absorb it and understand it. And you must have what you call full understanding. You must have adequate understanding. You must have good comprehension of what we are doing. For you to be able to bring in someone, you should not cajole the person, because some of you are cajoling people into the community, and they come in and expect it to happen suddenly. This system is a long-term thing. It's not something that happens in 1 month or in 6 months. It doesn't even happen in 1 year all of a sudden. Yes, in 1 year, you'll be able to have some revenue, or you'll be able to have some returns on your investments, at least good enough to remain in the system, not necessarily to be able to do a whole lot of things. If you want to do a whole lot of things, you have to be able to recruit people to the community and enjoy bounty at the immediate. And then as you grow your bounty, you'll be able to have more revenue, and you'll be able to use it to attend to your basic activities, and then a whole lot. But if you are looking at some good money to be able to buy a house, buy a car, and then live life large, it is not about your bounty. It's about the match. It is the match that will give you all those things. Why? Because some of you will have up to 1,000 Joy G. Some of you have more than 1,000. Some of you have 4,000 Joy G. Some have 5,000. Yeah, some have 10,000. Some have 20. Some have 50,000. Now, a lot of people have in different proportions, but the system is telling you you have to merit that title. Yes, it's all about who wants to be a billionaire. And for you to be able to merit that title, you must stay in the community, remain active, and recruit. It is no more optional. Everybody that wants to build in this community must choose to become an active member and recruit. Even if you recruit one person every day, it's a good one. Okay, let's be fair. Recruit one person every month. Let everybody bring in one person every month, and the following month, bring in one person, and make sure that that person stays committed. And then after some 6 months, everybody brings in 6 people. You can picture the growth that will happen in the community if all of us agrees to do it together. The challenge we are having is that many people don't want to raise a finger. All they just want to do is keep paying their subscription fee. They would agree to keep paying their subscription fee. Now, if you ask me, those kind of people are called passive members in the community. They are not active members. There are people that just pay their subscription fee, and then they make sure that they get information from their upline, and the gross majority of us are in that category. And the admin is telling you to wake up from that category and make some efforts, because the best thing that could have ever happened to humanity is the Simply Brilliant community, but we are lacking the will to go and tell people what they stand to benefit in this particular program. So I'm craving your indulgence. I'm asking you to go out there and make a difference. I'm asking you to go out there and tell people that there is something that they stand to gain by becoming a member in this community and being committed. Everything in life involves commitment. Your relationships has to do with commitment. Your relationship with your children, your relationship with your wife, your relationship with your boss, everything has to do with commitment. And there are times that they will offend you. There are times they will piss you off. But then when you look at the present and you decide to quit, then you are going to lose for the future. Because relationships that pertain to your spouse, it's very normal for you guys to interact. Even your tongue and your teeth, they do have misunderstandings at times. But does the tongue leave the teeth? No. If the tongue leaves the teeth, it means that the person is dead. So you have to learn to manage each other. It is the same thing that plays out in the community. There are times people will do things that are wrong. You bear with them, and then you see them as part of your family and grow along with them. Manage your differences. This is what pertains to the community. But most of us are just sitting down there and you don't want to do anything. You just want to stay active by paying your subscription fee. If everybody chooses to do like that, do you think that the community will grow? I don't think the community will grow. Now, what the admin has done is to see that by the time he would turn around to start giving people their match, because some people asked that they want to have their match, that it's becoming so difficult that people can't continually cope because it's not easy for them to keep paying their subscription fee. Well, the administration says something. He said there are times when the rain will come and then some people get washed away. What does that simply imply? It simply means that there will be what you call a washing away. It would mean that there will be what you call a cleansing. People that are not fit to be at the top will need to be washed away if they allow themselves to be washed away, because everything about life is a choice. That you are disadvantaged, that you are not among the middle class or the rich cadre does not mean that automatically you will fall off. It simply means that you need to put on more effort to be able to grow your immediate environment or your team. There are various ways to go about it, through social media, through one-on-one interactions. There are several ways to go about it. But if you allow your mind to get defeated, then it means it won't take long. You fall off. And when you fall off, you extend your time by another 1 year. This is the system, and there is nothing that you and I can do about it. So he said clearly that before people would get back the opportunity to make withdrawals, the number of people that are coming into the community should be more than those who are withdrawing, because it's going to be inevitable. You can't control the nature of men. It's going to be inevitable for people to withdraw, and instead of using it to pay their subscription fee, they would make use of it to cash out or swap it for some other currencies. That's just how it is. Many people will do that, but admin has said that even though people will do that, because you can't control human tendency and it's not good, it's not humanly okay to control people. Let people just be who they are. So admin has seen this and he wants to forestall such kind of circumstance. He wants to prepare for such kind of challenges, because as long as that will happen, the price of Joyji will go down. But when there are people coming in on a daily basis and are upholding their subscription fee, it automatically means that there will be a shock absorber to absorb that shock. And that shock is that decline in the price. There will be a shock absorber to absorb it and then push it up immediately. In a matter of minutes, it will recover. That's what the admin wants. And once that happens, it means the community is stable enough. And at that level, then people can start getting their withdrawals. The question is, when would that be? I don't know. So based on the steps that has been laid out by the admin in the mass adoption meeting, the first thing that will happen anytime soon is our bounty. We would get our bounties this week. You would expect your bounties before the end of the month. Everybody in the community who has built will get their bounty. Now, going forward, everybody will be able to have access to their bounty. Why? Because the price of Joyji will be on a high side and will remain that way going forward. It's going to alternate between 3,500 and 4,000 and above. Let's say 3,500 and 4,500. That should be the range upon which it will be operating for now. And that's going to be a healthy environment for the admin to manage. Anything more than that, it means the price will go lower than that. For instance, if he releases the buyback for those who have it, it means that those people, the tendency of selling off will be high because they have needs. And if he gives it to them, it will cause the price of Joy G to go down. So there may be a little lag, a little delay. That delay will happen until we begin to experience growth in the community, positive growth. And that positive growth will keep up running, keep us running. And as long as we keep running, we begin to duplicate faster and faster and faster and much faster. Then the administration can consider releasing the buyback, because he knows that even if the people that get back the buyback decides to sell, the price will quickly recover. So I want us to understand that it is in stages. So first stage, you get your bounty, and then going forward, anytime you make your withdrawals, anytime you recruit and you get your bounty, you can withdraw it almost immediately, because the price of Joy G will recover fast. Considering that the number of people in the community now are paying their subscription fee and are remaining active. So as long as that environment is healthy, the admin can manage it on that level. Now, when he sees that input is much more than output, meaning that people paying are more than those withdrawing, he can extend the borders slightly and then begin to include all those on the buyback. And then he will keep observing and studying the system until there is now an exponential growth in the community, and then he expands it further so that those that have money in their exchange will have access to their money. When this will happen, I don't know. So I do not have a time to when this will happen. It is dependent on you and I. The admin was emphasizing we have to build our way into this place. The admin said we have to cash flow our way into this level. And the initiative, the idea, the thought that admin is sitting on millions of money, millions of dollars, is a lie. He has said it, and he has said it again and again and again. Everybody can see the admin wallet. This is the admin wallet. And everybody see that he is not selling. And anytime he sells, it's so obvious. When he sells, everybody will see that he sells. When you go to PancakeSwap, I study when admin sells. As at yesterday, I saw it happened. I understood it all. Now, he's actually making you and I know that he is being as transparent as possible. It's just difficult for people to comprehend his level of transparency. So there is no money stored up anywhere. We have to cash flow our way into that wealth. And that's what builders are going to do. So I want us to understand that this I have given is the summary of yesterday's mass adoption meeting. I'm so sorry for those people who have been affected negatively, that has their buyback and has not received it yet, has their money in their exchange and has not received it yet. But when you come to think about it, in the exchange, the amount of money I made through the exchange, I mean, compared to doing conventional trading, in fact, I was almost near perfect trading through K-Love, because I had understood the pattern of K-Love. I could predict when the price would go down, and I maximized all the benefits. The amount of money I made within a short time, conventionally, is not going to happen. Practically, it's not going to happen. I began with about $5,000. And before the exchange shut down, I had an excess of $50,000 in a very short while. So the question I'm asking, is that possible in reality? I want you to reason alongside with me. Is that possible in reality? Now, it's only fair for the administration to keep it there. So it is being incubated. Now, by the time we'll be getting back that money, we would have merited it. He is kind of metamorphosing it into keeping your money in a kind of fixed deposit to accrue interest over time, so that when that money will be given back to you, you can beat your chest and say, yes, I think the money has matured and now it is something that I merit. And it is your responsibility to stay active. It is your responsibility to continue to build the community. It is nobody's responsibility. It is our responsibility to make it happen. So I don't want you to get offended and get angry or try to attract pity party. There are people in the community that are attracting pity party and are saying things that are not. Please, if you are in some groups that are saying things that are not, dissociate yourself from those groups, because so many people are toxic now and they're having negative energy. Dissociate yourself from that group to save yourself, because the intent of the administration is sincere, is pure, and he wants the best for humanity. Anyone that is having a contrary view needs to be checked on mentally. The person needs to check and address his mind. Because if you are having a varying thoughts, it means you are corrupted. Something has corrupted your mind. I don't know what that is, but I am not ignorant of the fact that there are negative energy people in the community, and they are trying to draw people along to enjoy a pity party. Please beware of those kind of people. Plug yourself to people who know the right thing and stand on the truth. Okay? All right. On that said, I believe I've concluded on the mass adoption meeting of yesterday. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure having the Chief Justice of the Simply Brilliant community on my channel. Oh, wow. I'm excited. I'm so excited. So within the next few minutes, we are going to look at this and then the contributions of people, and then that will be all. Good morning, sir. Keep it up. As always, I shall. And hello, Ambassador Augustine. Good morning, sir. Thank you for your continuous service. Yeah, this is my service. There are different services, okay? Awareness, telling people about the community, recruiting, giving broadcasts, the updates that are necessary to keep the community running. This is just one of it. Thank you very much. Good morning, Ambassador. My beloved brother from another mother, good morning. Why Binance Bounty stopped, Ambassador? I've explained what happened, and I've also said that before the end of this month, everybody would get their bounty. I said that very clear, right? So be patient. You may get it today, you may get it tomorrow, but shortly. So just be patient, all right? All right. Hello, Ambassador Augustine. The entire SBC community is proud of you. Yeah, of course. I am someone that has lost my vision to this community. I don't know what. Originally, I planned to be a consultant, a structural engineering consultant. That's what I want to be. But I have lost my vision to this community. Yeah, that's how serious it is. And even though I am still a practicing civil engineer, over time, I will drop my engineering practice and possibly sublet it to some people to supervise on my behalf. Yes, that's what I will do. And then focus on this. This is my life. This is what I will spend the rest of my life doing, making the world a better place. And I thank God it's an opportunity to serve. It's a privilege. All right, so let's finish up. Thank you very much, Brother Matthias. Thanks for the work, brother. You're welcome, beloved brother. Thanks for the update. This is the Chief Justice of the Simply Brilliant community. I'm excited. Thank you very much for being on my broadcast, sir. It's a pleasure. And thanks for work done. You're very welcome. So within the next few minutes to say, feel free to express your mind, because I'm through with today's summary of the mass adoption meeting. But if I don't see anyone that is making any content, please, I would advise that we stay united. There can't be anything more than love. Love keeps the community running. If you have any misunderstanding, there are leaders you can reach out to. If you ask for my recommendation, you can go to the Chief Justice of the Simply Brilliant community and chat him up. He is a very busy man, but chat him up and don't go further. When he's disposed, he can look into your updates. If he does not respond, you can always meet me. I'm also a member in the Simply Brilliant community as a Privy Council member. Chat me up. I can also respond to you based on what is in the community. And there are other leaders out there like Mofo Gildas, who is the chief member helper. Then the likes of Amechi, who is also a member helper, and other people out there. When you go to this Gringo Cash, you'll see those people in the member helper section. Follow them, interact with them. There are people that the administration has trained to attend to your responsibility. Let us stay united and then put away pity parties. A call to succeed has to do with responsibility, standing up and saying no to the transhumanism agenda. All right? All right. On that note, please, if you are tuning into my broadcast for the first time, do well to like, do well to share, do well to subscribe. Till I'll be coming your way again some other time. Before I leave, good morning, Ambassador Augustine. When the current button is back. What is current button? I don't know. I've explained what I have to explain. You may need to watch the video again. Okay? So thank you so much. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Cheers, and God bless you. Bye for now.